Hey, get ready for the most improvised YouTube video of all time. This is to help you awaken your character. Here is the main screen. My main screen has nail, but yours has whatever. I'm going to show you how to find out what awakening medals you need to awaken your character and where you can find those medals. So at the bottom of the screen, you have the Teams button there. Now you can find your character either through Team or Training or Awaken, however you find them. So I hit training personally, and here are some of my characters. At the top right here, you see Super Saiyan Blue Goku, or Coatku, as I'll refer to him. He's in his third UR final form, but it is the same character you're working on. So at the top here, you see the growth button. When you hit that, you can train, awaken the character. You can work on their hidden potential, which is a subject for another time. So if you hold your finger on any of these Gokus, you can actually look at each stage of his development. But if you tap those Gokus instead of holding your finger, it'll bring you to one of these images. This is one of these screens. This is the middle one. It shows like the halfway point, what medals you need to awaken Goku from first stage to second stage. These are all generic characters, so don't worry too much about them. I recommend going to Google for these guys because there's so many places you can find them. Now this is the third stage, and this is what we're talking about. You can see you need 20 character specific medals. A lot of characters have specific medals they need. So when you touch the medal, it will give you a better view of the image and or of the medal in question, and you can hit event, and not only will it show you the event in question, but it'll actually take you to exactly that stage. Another thing that can be really helpful is the I button in the middle on the far right there. You can see it in a little yellow circle. There you can see like the event details for that specific event. It'll tell you the rules, and it'll also tell you awards. You can scroll down and see which stages will give you what things. This way you can focus your attention and get specifically what you need. This can be really helpful for characters that require several medals. And if you scroll further down, you can see that there are event tips. Some events, specific characters or categories of characters or link skills have an advantage. Either that give you disproportionate power, or it gives you a better chance of getting awards. So you can see in the Broly event, movie hero characters are more likely to get extra awards, basically. You don't have much of a choice because your team is still new, but luckily for you, several of your characters are movie hero characters. The Gobros, I believe, and Coatku, at least, are movie heroes. So you have a little advantage there. You can see if your characters are relevant because when you're selecting your team for the battle, you'll see them pulsating blue. So yeah, once you've got your 20 medals, you can awaken him to third stage here. He's really good. Now you can see my Coatku is level 140. Now that's something called an EZA. That's where you break past the 120 limit and move forward to up to 140. You do it in increments, 125, 130, 135, 140, and there's other stages in between that are like attack boost and things like that. Basically, you awaken the character like several more times after 120. These medals you can get the same way. You go to the character growth screen. Now my Coatku is already maxed, so I actually can't hit the awaken button on him. So here's the awaken button for my the Gogeta from the same event, but it roughly looks the same. You can see there are 3 medals there that they're bronze. Anyway, use the same method. You can touch these and it'll bring you to the event. Now, you don't get EZA coins, or medals rather, from the same story event that you get the character from. You get them from EZA events. The EZA events are the Z battles on the far right of the screen when you're choosing what you want to do. Now, these events are pretty tough. They start out pretty doable, but they get harder over time. Don't feel bad if you can't just grind through it. For these fights, it's even more important that you have the right team. It simply becomes unreasonable for some of them to just use any old team at the high levels. So it's entirely possible you might end up with a Goku that is sitting around at like 125 for a while, but don't worry too much because Coatku is one of the better free-to-play characters, and even if he's not all the way at 140, he's still pretty good. Anyway, so I hope this helps you, and good luck. Bye.